everyone, and because got here with Sound of Drop, Fall into Poison, a really cool indie visual novel game I actually found. And I'm really like enjoying it. Just from the background music, I already get the I'm going to love it. So let us start and see where this leads us. Hopefully nothing scary. Oh, cool. Achievement unlocked. Welcome to Manten Aquarium. Before she realized it, the girl was standing before an imposing door. The girl occasionally came to Manten Aquarium alone. She watched the manta rays, she watched the jellyfish, and finally she decided it was time to go home. Okay, background music is scary now. Where is this? She had her doubts, but there should be nothing else there except the aquarium. She assured herself that she had probably wandered off into a side path. The door before her had a large padlock hanging from it, just as she had heard. It was unlocked and really dangling there. Go. The girl drew in her breath. Being locked would easily mean that it was a place she shouldn't enter. Being open just meant that a staff member had forgotten to lock it, so going in was out of the question. Her curiosity peaked. She was past the point of persuasion. Her imagination ran wild, and her mind raced at the prospect of what might lie beyond the door. Listen, if you find a door with a lock and it's unlocked, don't go in. That's always bad things. Just for a little bit. That's what they all say. I've seen many horror movies to know where this is going. She opened the door and saw lots of glass tanks. Several types of fish hailing from deep seas, from football fish and oarfish to pelican eels and barrel eels were swimming about. Why isn't this an exhibit? She thought it was over, wondering why this would be in a closed off area behind her. The door shut on its own. Yep. The guard spaced out, staring at the deep sea fish swimming about. They would leap from tank and swim in mid-air. The entirety of the room was a fish and the ocean, and their ocean. Though it wasn't a natural occurrence, the guard treated it as quite normal. Wasn't there originally a deep sea fish booth that was shut down? She suddenly remembered at that moment her surroundings were dyed a deep red. Watering tanks, the fluorescent lights, all of it was red. The red vision also became red. When she opened her eyes, the little girl was back in her own room. It was well into the night. She couldn't remember how she had gotten home after all of that. But more importantly, she had a bad feeling about something else. It isn't red here. She became aware of how hard it suddenly was to breathe. No matter how hard she gasped, she was unable to get oxygen into her body. Like the fish who couldn't breathe anywhere but in the water, she couldn't breathe unless she was inside that red color. She was convinced. On impulse, she threw open the window, leaned out, and thrust a hand outside. She couldn't inhale the wind flooding her room. She could only smell its milky, unpleasant scent. More. At that moment, the bird's body was tossed into the air. For just a second, her body seemed to float like a fish in the sea. Her room was on the 12th floor of her apartment building. That's really high, to be honest. In her fainting consciousness, the girl latched her blood flow endlessly from her body. It's red. Only then could she breathe. Now everything would be fine. The girl smiled. The full moon in the sky smiled too. Okay. Kinda confused. Creeped out. Oh god, that scared me. Don't do that. Drip, drip. The sound of falling drops. The moon was concealed behind the clouds, and all the lights in the town were covered in water. The sound of it, the only thing left to resonate. She couldn't tell whether it was hot or cold, merely that the humid air was encircling her. Drip, drip. Whenever they were falling to, oh, wherever they were falling to, wherever they were coming from, the drops just continued to trickle out. That single drop. I stopped it with both hands. The sound of that solitary red drop. No, I'm in class somehow. Now, I'm not sure if I should voice these girls' line or not, but I'll do my best. Or at least there's an urban legend that goes like that. Talking about the Manten Aquarium again, that's your new thing, isn't it? While stuffing her lunch into her mouth, Tamagawa Himeno, I'm pretty sure I butchered the name, spoke. Her eyes sparkling. I had no idea which point in the story got her so excited. That's right, isn't this the scariest part? That the girl jumped to her death, smiling after coming back from the Manten Aquarium? It's pretty bad. Yet you don't seem the least bit scared, Himeno. That's not true. I've got chills running down my spine. Someone who's got chills running down her spine wouldn't be eating a pastry so cheerfully. Someone who's got chills running down her spine wouldn't be eating a pastry so cheerfully. And hey, that's my meatball. During a break in the conversation, Himeno stole a side dish from my box lunch. This minced meat from growing cows and little piglets is the best. Why do you have to put it like that? Jeez, why you have to make me lose my appetite? I'll give you the rest of it. Alright, I'll take it. Himeno takes the rest of the meatballs from my lunch with amazing rhythm. Oh, so I'm this chick on this side, on the left side. Mayumi, there you go. The reason that I, back a little bit, Mayumi, lost my appetite wasn't because Himeno's story scared me. Manten Aquarium and I are connected in a way that I'd rather not think about. Of course, Himeno has no idea about the connection. If she knew, she'd never mention Manten Aquarium around me again. At the same time, I've been afraid that this thing might cause Himeno to stop talking to me. Himeno is pretty much my only friend. It isn't that I haven't talked to anyone since entering junior high, just that the only person I can actually call a friend is Himeno. Seriously, I think this whole Manten Aquarium rumor obsession is getting a bit much. Maybe there's so many rumors though, like that there's a mangoes in the tanks, that the deep sea fish booth is only open on full moon, that the water changes into blood, or that you can hear a crying behind the tanks. That earlier one goes with this one also. No, that's fine. You don't need to say anymore. I said firmly, causing Himeno to make a sour face. Soon after, Himeno changed the subject, first to a TV drama that aired the night before, then to some cute fake nails with cats on them she found in a magazine. She then talks about a classmate who was dating a boy from a nearby private school, alighting on one subject before quickly changing to the next. Normally the subject of the Manten Aquarium shouldn't be popped up again. Anyway, getting back to what we were talking about earlier. What exactly are we getting back to? Manten rest of the words of my words unable to come out. So we should go and see if the rumors are true or not. But I know you're not interested in stuff like urban legends, Mayu. But next week we're starting preparing for the end of the semester, and I won't be able to hang out with you. Lately, we haven't gone anywhere together, have we? If full moon was on the next Sunday, I'm sure Himeno wouldn't have said anything. But I suspect because it happens to be this Sunday and next week happens to be exams, she chose Manten Aquarium. I know that I'm not hiding my confusion or my hesitation very well. Even saw Himeno turn her carefree grin my way. Since it's an aquarium, even if the rumors aren't true, we can still have fun, right? Well, that's true. Usually anywhere I go with Himeno, I have fun. Whether or not we have fun was not what I was worried about. By the way, Mayu, in the east building of Manten Aquarium, they have a Haagen-Dazs. As in the Eden restaurant? They had closed up at one point, but it looks like they're reopening for a limited time. Really? Really? They have the cookies and cream flavor you like, too, Mayu. Of course I hesitated, but in the end, that settles it. Then we'll go, as long as we definitely get some cookies and cream. Saying you have no money because you did too much shopping is out of the question. I know. After all, I'm something of a glutton myself. Fine. In the end, we settled on the Manten Aquarium and the ice cream for Sunday. Since I have already received my reward money for moving on to the next grade, I don't need to worry about my allowance. Still, it's been 5 years. Did you say something, Mayu? Nope, nothing. I bit my tongue, covering the words that I had carelessly spilled out. I'm looking forward to the aquarium. It's probably been about 10 years. I'm looking forward to the cookies and cream. It's probably been about 10 years. That's not true. It's the truth. That's the only thing I'll eat there. Himeno goes, you little, as she playfully stretches my cheeks. The end of lunch chimes sound, and Himeno goes back to her own seat. If it's with Himeno, I'll be fine. That's what I told myself at the time. And then you're going to regret it later, right? Oh, there goes my phone. Sunday is 3 days after that. The day I promised to go with Himeno to Manten Aquarium has arrived. We are to meet at noon at the Manten Cho station, as is customary for me. I arrived 30 minutes early. I'm the type of person, I arrive 30 minutes early just to make sure I'm there on time. Leaning against a pillar, I do nothing but space out. Oh, she's so adorable! Tons of people pass before me. Manten is really crowded on days off. Even so, there aren't really that many families or groups of students. Everyone around me appear to be adults. Because of that, I quickly begin to feel uneasy. With this crowd, I am alone. Unexpectedly, my head begins to hurt. I wonder if Himeno will be here soon. I mutter to myself, then look at my shoes. What? They're nice shoes. Deep blue sandal boots that were this year's newest product. When Mom and I had stopped off at a department store on Saturday, she bought them for me after some coaxing on my part. They were far from what you call high quality, but they were still a bit pricey on a junior high schooler's allowance. I'm not usually the type to beg, but I couldn't take my eyes off these boots. My mom bought them with almost no resistance, saying, "You're going out of town, so you need to look your best." I like both their form and their color, and I found them a bit better fit for the summer season than anything else. I'll take my cell phone out and check the time. There are still 15 minutes to go into where to meet. Since Himeno is always 3 minutes later than the time we established, I've got about another 20 minutes. I finished reading my paperback on the train, so I have nothing to kill time with. There's nothing I can do about it, so I decided to keep myself from boredom by watching people passing by. If I don't keep myself distracted, horrible thoughts will revive in my mind. I'm always worried about what will happen if I'm late, though. If I had actually been about a month and a half. It had actually been about a month and a half since Himeno and I had gone out. We always talked at school, but rarely spent time together afterwards. Anyone who saw us probably thought we were opposites. Outings like this aside, I often spend my days off at home. When I was in elementary school, our family would go out often, but lately that's been limited to dining out on Saturdays. So when I'm asked what I do when I stay at home, I usually just say I do nothing. Doing homework and watching TV is stuff that seems pretty common to me. On the other end of the spectrum is Himeno, who goes out regularly. I often hear stories of when she went to karaoke on weeknights, or how about she traveled out of town on Sundays. She's a member of an active sports club and often wants to hang out with them afterwards. Going out of town on the already limited days we have off tends to make me think. Even though it's a day to rest, I don't feel rested at all. In other words, something like this is the difference between Himeno and I. Was not much common ground between us. Why we became friends is... Suddenly the lights fades from my vision. Himeno covered my eyes. It wasn't just that it had become dark, but that I had the sensation of being unable to breathe. But rather than sweating it, I get a little mad. No. Sorry. Hearing my wordless protest, Himeno pulled her hands away. I get playing the who am I game where covering someone's eyes, but covering someone's mouth was just like Himeno. And I puff on my cheeks and object. Himeno just smiles at me. It's because you were staring into space, Mayu. Instead of apologizing, Himeno blew on the nape of my neck without thinking. I made a weird sound, embarrassed. I looked around 2 or 3 times, but the projections walking by seemed unperturbed and didn't even look our way. The corporate who had surprised me moves in front of me before I realized it. You're mean, Himeno. But I've got to hear something good. No, you didn't. Moreover, As I say that, I check the time on my smartphone. It's 3 minutes to noon. Our agreed upon meeting time. It's not time yet. How rare. That's rude. Jeez. I'll make you make a weird noise again. Saying that, Himeno opens and closes her fingers in small, swift, grasping motions. At times like this, I know I had better change the subject or get messed with by Himeno again. Oh, by the way, did you buy a new one? You mean my necktie? Yes, I did. I thought I should get one to match my shorts. You and I haven't hung out since around midterms, Mayu. If I buy something today, I'll really be out of money. What about the aquarium? You're so set on finding out about the urban legends then? Of course. That's my number 1 goal. But as usual, I can't count the things I want to do on just one hand. Okay, I get it. As long as I eat cookies and cream, that is absolute. I haven't forgotten. Anyways, Mayu, aren't your sandals new? Himeno says as she looked at my feet, talking about 3 times as fast as she does in class. Yeah, nice, aren't they? They're super cute. How cool. I want a pair too. Nope, then we'll be too similar, and these are the only pair of sandals I have for the summer. Talking like this, it puts me at ease. Unlike myself, who is childish, Himeno knows a lot about fashion and trends. Even here in Manten, it seems like she blends in. Most importantly, by being with Himeno and constantly chatting, I no longer feel lonely. Oh yeah, Himeno, why did you bring such a huge bag? I'm glad you asked. With a hee hee, key. Himeno opens the Boston bag she had let sink down from her shoulders. A variety of things come out, such as a flashlight, insect repellent, a simple blanket, a first aid kit, matches, and snacks like chocolates and cookies. What is all this? Himeno, when do you plan on going? Ignoring the twitch developing in my face, Himeno thumps her chest. Geez, the aquarium. But since we're investigating urban legends, we should at least have some supplies. Rather than an investigation, the equipment she has reminds me more of going camping in the mountains. Snacks and blankets aside, we're in the city this size. Would we need insect repellent or a flashlight? I keep those feelings to myself and just smile. I let out a breath that is half exasperated, half amused. I don't get sick of being with Himeno. Whether Himeno is aware of my exasperated gaze or not, she starts to take something out, then quickly shoves it back in. She gives me a smile and finally some secret. Oh, no wait, it's so soon for you to see that. Huh? What are you about to pull out? I'm not telling. Upon saying that, Himeno quickly closes the bag. The way I see it, it is a wonder she fit all of the supplies she had just a moment ago. I wonder where it's all being stored. By the way, no club today? I asked with the underlying question of whether or not today is the day off the club. At my question, Himeno averts her eyes. No, probably no club today. Really? Giving a brief answer, I start walking. Upon hearing her reply, I merely understand it as, she skipped it again, but not wanting to ruin the merry mood, I merely quicken my pace. I'm not in any clothes, but even I know it's no good to skip. Speaking honestly, I want to show her up for a club, as she seems to be respected even by students from other schools. Coming here together like this makes me equally guilty though. Once I get thinking, I don't usually stop, so the conversation shifts to a ramen shop that catches my eye. Oh, Mayu, do you want to get lunch? Huh? You caught that? Feeling as if she had seen right through me, we head into a nearby coffee shop. It is apparently famous, following its coverage in a magazine for a sandwich that was overflowing with vegetables. I say apparently because on excitingly finding the restaurant Himeno shared this. Compared to our hamburger shop, this place is a bit intimidating and trendy to me, but since I'm with Himeno, it doesn't bother me. Shoving the roast chicken sandwich with extra olives that I ordered into my mouth, the unease I have been feeling disappears. In contrast to my fervor, Himeno eats her avocado and shrimp sandwich in small bites. Well then, about our plans for today. Himeno starts in as soon as we finish eating. We'll start with the aquarium. No matter what, that's the main thing. So we'll look into the old man's ghost and the close-off deep sea blue rumors. After that, we'll go to shops and finally have some ice cream. I think it's better to get cookies and cream first. If you eat 2 times, you'll mess up your stomach and get fat. You won't be able to wear a bathing suit. Aw, Himeno, it's not fair for you to put it that way. It isn't fair. Himeno's in the exercise club, so she'll be fine. But for someone like me who doesn't exercise enough, it makes me stop and think. Having said I wanted to go to the pool, it is all the more important. Okay, then we'll stick with my plan. That was a delicious meal. Urged by Himeno, I decided to leave the ice cream shop for another time. Talking about silly things together, we leave the station behind. As opposed to the station's excellent cooling system, the city's streets have a peculiar humidity and heat to them that envelops our bodies. Beginning of July, summer has only just begun, and I can already tell it is going to be a tough one. We weave our way through the crowds until we are 10 minutes away from the station, finally ending up in front of the skyscraper. The building is a symbol for people of Manten, a combined facility of garments, what you might call a fashion building in reference to the business it contains. Manten is a town known as a place people go for amusement. If you really want to have a good time, they have a movie theater, arcades, and several shops, though you need to have money. Of course, duh, money buys everything. Because of that, young men and women are more numerous than boys and girls. In this town of people older than us, Himeno scans the panels for each floor's that fear, saying, the aquarium is more concentrated around the panels. Of little help to Himeno and trying to take up as little space as possible, I leave the search to her and gaze up at the building. I look up and up at the top of the building. It's so far I think my neck will snap. That's magnificent. This building was built not long after I was born. It had been finished before I could walk, but the first and only time I came here was in my elementary school. The instant I think back on my first day, my head begins to hurt. Okay, that was creepy. No, I have to try not to think about it. Those are things from long ago, things from the past, things that are done. I can't do nothing but deal with the pain that feels as if something is pressing against the inside of my skull. I finally hear Himeno calling me in a loud voice. The elevator's this way, come on. I push away my headache and step through the automatic door. The information at this entrance and the placement of the crane games are exactly the same as that day, giving me a slightly bad feeling. I wonder if I can skip it, because I want nothing to be spoiled. Yes, I can. Awesome. And I'm gonna leave it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you in the next part. And get ready, because I'd probably be scared with more of those flashy things. You know, the static noise. I don't like that. Creepy. Well, bye bye, everybody. Have a nice day.